Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading. If you haven't read with me before, my name is Chandraj, and if you're returning, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a weekly reading for all those in the sign of Aries, whatever placement, rising, moon, sun, whatever works for you. We're going to be calling upon guidance for what you need to know about this week. So let's get started. And setting a prayer of intention, calling upon Aries spirit guides, their light beings, ancestors, all those that walk with them. What does Aries need to know for this week? What is the predominant energy of the week? Woo. All right, we got two, so we're going to take a look at that. Wow, quite the duality. So the primary energy of the week being this force of one, hello, it's Aries season. We're coming into your own. This is a time of you being in the grace of your own energy, being able to move forward with projects that felt like they were lagging, being able to go out into the world and feel like you are just your best self, but as well, you're able to connect with people that you've been wanting to connect with. The sun is about finding sacred union within, feeling more complete, feeling like we can come out into the world more. But also, it's with the death card. So how is it that in this season is like a rebirth for you, where you are able to understand, what did I process in the wintertime? What have I processed coming up to the spring into my season? And what is ready to be reborn here? What's ready to come anew? So that's really exciting. It's almost like this sense of things that have been dormant coming out into the world, which is very much like springtime. It's very Aries. So, okay, let's go a little deeper. I want to take a look at, what does Aries need to know about the past week or so, recent events, calling upon Aries spirit guides, light beings, all those that walk with Aries. What do they need to know for the week ahead? Or what do they need to know about recent events, the recent past? Asking for Aries. Ooh. Asking for Aries. Asking for a little guidance. Okay. Very interesting. I have never seen so many court cards in my life. Dear goodness. It's the Empress. This past week has been, for you, contending with perhaps, honestly, if Aries is your sun, especially, and your birthday is coming up, contending with a lot of personalities, it seems, that are coming into view, different ideas, different people that are giving you new clues into what seeds should you be sowing into your life. What direction do you want to go in? It's the Empress. So this is really the spring that's coming out. In this past week, you may have been noticing, oh, like look at all the flowers, or look at the birds, things are coming alive. You're getting this new sense of energy that's coming into your own body and asking for that creative soul within, that creative self to be explored and to be expressed. And it looks like there's a lot of channels for this to be happening, or that this has been happening. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper just to get some more clarity on that for Aries. Okay, so some of you have been looking to either develop more in your own career, to develop more, especially if you're like an entrepreneur or you're wanting to do your own thing, coming into this sense of, what do I want to do for myself? What gifts do I have to bring to the world? You have the Chariot, which is coming into your own being. What do I have to drive for myself? With the Ace of Wands. Where have I been asked in the recent past and recent events to take my own stride and explore something new in my work, how I help other people, what I have to give, what I have to bring? And it's with the Page of Pentacles, which for me is all about, how do I make some more money? How do I make some changes in the way that I bring income to myself? It could be more than that. It could be, I'm looking to go to school. I'm looking to learn something new. What is it that is going to ignite a passion within me that's going to turn into something beautiful later down the line? Okay. All right. So now that we know the general energy of what has been happening, what do we need to know about the present moment for Aries? In this energy of rebirth, energy of stepping out into the sun, following their own passion, and discovering something new. Calling on Aries spirit guides, ancestors, and light beings. What's a message for Aries that they need to know? The Six of Wands. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. You know, this is the first line of either, it's kind of like the first battle won in the Six of Wands. It's a success. It's a celebration, knowing that we can keep moving forward, that we can keep fighting for what we want to do. So if there's something that you have been imagining or considering bringing out into the world, the universe is saying, yes, this is the green light. Please keep doing that. So, okay. I'm gonna ask for more clarity in this present moment. What is the energy of this week? The Emperor, the King of Swords, Aries, and the planet Mars is moving forward. Mars is now in the sign of Leo. And so there is this concentrated energy on becoming more robust in your asks, becoming more expanded and a little more forward in what it is that you're feeling and acting on it, especially with Aries and the Emperor. You know, this is kind of like your card, your sign, and it's next to the King of Swords. So how is it that you're being asked to become clear in this week? Okay, what have I got going for me? How do I keep going? How do I stay consistent? And how do I keep the fire going? That's what's going to be perhaps tested or even brought to focus in this week. Interesting. So this makes me want to know, what answers do our ancestors or spirit guides have for us? What advice do they have for Aries in regards to this energy that they're feeling come into their life, what they're fighting for, what they're building for themselves, the momentum that's being created? What is a message for Aries? Well, can't ignore that. It's Kali Ma, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So Kali Ma is this Hindu deity that represents this threshold of transformation, coming into one's own energy, regardless if people are scared of it, if people shy away from it, or if people just are like, that's not right. It doesn't mean that it's not acceptable. Everything about us is acceptable, actually, especially when we come from a place of love. And so when we look at ourselves and feel ourselves within that perspective of love, that everything within ourselves is a divine creation, then we're able to move forward and face our fears and go beyond anything that seems to be in the way of what we're wanting to create for ourselves, or a path or direction that you're wanting to go in. Kali Ma seems to be asking you to understand that there are major changes that are happening now in the world for yourself, and that this is your time. It's Aries season. This is your time. This is your time to really go in on what you feel passionate about. I feel. Oh my gosh, amazing. So now what I want to know, angels and spirit guides, what I want to know is, what advice do the tarot cards have for Aries? Okay. The Eight of Wands, that your intentions that you're setting are going to follow through. They're going to follow through, that they're true. That you have to aim into where you're going to go now in order to get the Ace of Pentacles, the return that you're wanting for yourself. There's big gifts that are ahead of you. And the King of Cups. Okay. So again, what it is that when you're operating from that feeling of, this is what I love, this is what I feel is right for me, then when we set intentions and we follow through with it, the universe has the opportunity to align us with things in our life that can connect to our vision, our dream. And this seems to be the advice, that there's things to be gained from putting yourself out there. There's things to be gained from saying yes. There's things to be gained from saying, that's where I want to go, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to follow through with it. Okay. Now, ancestors and spirit guides, asking for guidance on what is ahead for Aries. What does Aries need to know about the week ahead? What is coming? What opportunities are opening up? What do they need to know to be present for in this week? Okay. So here's some advice about what's coming up in this next week. We have the Queen of Cups. This is a time of really feeling into, what do I want? What do I want to bring out into the world? How do I still feel about where I'm going? The Two of Pentacles, understanding that everything that is changing in this world, everything that seems maybe a little topsy-turvy, that I'm going to be okay. There's some advice in what's coming up in this week. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are leaning into whatever you need to create emotional stability for yourself. Because further, there's the moon. Everybody's getting the moon. Something's going on, guys. Something's going on out there. And I don't mean to get too out into, what is going on, especially in the United States, but something is going on. There's something that we're not seeing that's not clear. There's a sense of what is going to happen next. And with that, in this next week, you may have some friends or old connections, the Six of Cups, with the Four of Cups. There may be some people that are saying, hey, what if you did this? Or I heard this idea that you had. Let's connect on that. There's going to be some potential opportunities for people to be really meeting you with what you've been asking the universe for. So as I look at everything, and you're coming into the season of opportunity and also radical transformation that your guides are supporting you in, bringing you further into. They're wanting you to know that whatever it is that you have been moving into, this growth for yourself, this new opportunity, that this is what is worth fighting for. This is you stepping into your own power, you stepping into your own alignment. And that if you're able to set those goals and shoot those arrows, that there are gifts on the other side. And this could be about, I'm feeling like the big theme is career and some things like that, but honestly, it could be love too, just because the King of Cups is there. There may be these things that you've been wanting to move towards, and now is the time, essentially. Face your fears, get into it. There may be people that are willing to meet you on the other side to bring you closer into those transformations, closer into the things that you've been wanting. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're feeling into your own self so that you're not so distracted and that you're not so caught off by things that are happening for other people or in the world that might bring you down, because this is a time for you to shine your light and to tap into that light to share with everybody else. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. And we have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So reminding us that you are a divine being, that you are a person that has the opportunity to deeply know themselves and to share your gifts at this time. That's the message that I'm getting for this week. So, wow. I could feel it. I got a lot of energy in this reading that I feel like is coming out of me and you. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that you have a lovely week. I'll see you next time.